Report to the operations center immediately.
Good. Is that it? Is that Alex's legacy? NC, take this and enter it into the data core analyzer.
I'm on it, sir.
You see, Lieutenant? I told you he wouldn't let us down.
I have to admit, I'm impressed. Encrypted or not, that's quite a lot of money to be carrying around. The temptation must have been excruciating. It just so happens we did. And with all that money you're carrying, can you really blame us? You could have set yourself up for life, but instead, you chose to do the right thing. Of course, I have a team of decryption experts from Galbank itself on standby. If they can't decrypt that currency, no one can.
I wasn't lying when I said that we had every contingency
Well, you can't.
Now, on to other more pressing matters.
We received confirmation that the fleet ships were scouts sent to probe our defenses. Unfortunately, one of them jumped away before you arrived.
Which means that Delgado will have the Crimson...
I've spent years studying the Crimson Fleet's tactics. Their decision to sacrifice those smaller ships told me everything I need.
No, we can't afford to wait it out. Now that they've lost their prize, they'll act more desperately.
They'll increase their attacks on helpless vessels and unarmed colonies. We would have a potential blood. The only solution is to enact our...
Lieutenant, if you wouldn't mind explaining us...
Yes, sir. The Vigilance is equipped with the latest in hyper-resistant shielding, making it the only ship that can safely... The catch is that the Key has access to 3 orbital defensive batteries that can fire electromagnetic energy. Our mission is to take out those batteries. In fact, I'll be personally leading the assault on Battery Alpha.
Sadly, we didn't get as much support for this mission as I would have liked. There just wasn't...
We weren't able to convince MAS to lend us additional squadrons. They feel like they've committed too many resources. That means we'll have to take out all 3 batteries.
It's unfortunate, yes. But we wouldn't be here if I didn't believe you could do it.
We've also given you a call sign, Renegade, to help coordinate our movements during the attack.
Once those batteries are destroyed, you board the Key and bring Delgado to justice. You won't come quietly. You do what you have to do. No, I don't. I understand. You've gotten to know these pirates, perhaps. And if we had enough firepower to take them down without you, but you know damn well how capable of a soldier you are. We need you on this. Well, this is it. After years of planning, it all comes down to... All my hopes and my best wishes go with you. Good luck.
Good work securing the legacy. All that's left now is to eliminate... Time to show these pirates how SysDef does things.
All right, Alpha Squad. Follow Renegade's lead. Take out that battery.
You're in deep waters now, Shark!
Only chance
gives me plenty of time to blow your ships out of the boat. All right, fleet? Triple share to whoever takes...
All ships, defensive formations. You're dead.
I'm going to pull Prince's legacy from the wreckage of your ship. You hear me, traitor? I'm taking you down. Engaging Tango. Crimson Fleet. This is Commander Ikande of the UC Vigilance. Surrender and... Damn it, Neva. I need more time.
Lights out.
All Crimson Fleet ships destroyed. SysDef, secure that perimeter. I want any stragglers rounded up for trial. Renegade, it's all up to you now. Moving. Good luck.
Whoa, something's out there. No, come on.
Okay, boy, show 'em what you got. pirates from every corner of the seven systems to show up.
No!
I can decrypt and re-encode thousands of credits in seconds, but something as simple as this, I didn't see it coming. Not in the and now because of you, my bomb's been activated. What you mean? Simple. If I step 1 foot outside of this room, I'll explode, and that'll be that. So either I wait here until I starve to death, or I walk away and end it all. You're right, I did. But I never thought I'd be staring the reason for its activation right in the I've paid you well, treated you with respect, and kept trouble off your back more than... Look me in the eye and tell me why you've allowed this to happen to me. As the fleet's reckoner, I didn't just deal with currency, I dealt with people. And some of those people target members of the Crimson Fleet and have them. Sending those people misinformation and clogging up their slates with garbage was almost a full-time... Do I really need to explain this to you? There's quite a significant difference between dishonesty... Well, now that you're here, I don't expect that you'll stay and watch my rather So why don't you just get out of... If there was another way, don't you think I would have already tried? After everything I just said, you'd still be... I must be a complete fool. Because even though it makes no sense, the only way to deactivate the bomb is through Delgado's computer and operations. You'll probably need his ID to get in. I don't know why you're helping me, but I sincerely hope this isn't another one of your
Got you now, you... Oh! Ah!
Go! Ow!
Came back to finish the job personally? Do you really think I'm that stupid? I have had eyes on you since you blasted your way aboard the Key. And now, it's obvious you've been working. The game is over. Talk sense into me? You're the one who's lost their mind. What the hell happened to you? You had Krix's legacy in your hands, and you gave it away. For what? Yeah? And why the hell does SysDef get to determine what is right and what is wrong? You know, when we were on Suvorov, I saw the potential. And now you suddenly expect me to believe I have been fooled the entire time? That this was some kind of elaborate game you have been playing? For once in your life, be honest with me. Admit that you were... Well, at least we know you are still human. It is obvious that no matter what I say, you have... I have already locked down the Key and set its reactors to overload. Soon, you, me. Let's see how... And spend the rest of my life in the brig without a credit to my name? And I suppose you want me to think it ends outside a prison cell and not in. You got a funny way of showing your appreciation. Now you have the nerve to piss on the... Now that's more like it, Rook. You're a killer. And if you want something, you threaten a person. I'm an old man, Rook. Sorry, Rook. Ikande must be so a noble death. And spend the rest of my life in the brig without a credit to my name? And I suppose you want me to think it ends outside a prison cell and not in. Still, a prison door opens, just like any other. Better a painful death. I doubt you're telling the truth, Rook. But from where I'm standing, I've got no choice but to consider the possibility. So you noticed. And yeah, believe me, keeping people from burying a knife in your back wasn't easy. Fine, you win. Standing down the reactors. With the legacy gone, we're dead in the water anyway. But before you have Ikande lock me up, I'm gonna leave you with some parting words. Whether you know it or not, you're damn good at being a pirate. It's in your blood. One of these days, that's all gonna hit you. And I'll be waiting for you in my cell to tell you I told you so. Go! You've taken everything else from me. The least you can do is give me a moment of peace.
Glad to see you're back in one piece.
Thank you, sir. I was just trying to do my part.
At ease, soldier. I believe congratulations are in order. With this decisive blow, the end of the Crimson Fleet is all but assured. But as much as I'd like to begin this celebration, technically we're still in the process of wrapping up the operation. On that note, Lieutenant, what do you have for me?
Reports are coming in right now, Commander. Delgado and Shinya Voss have been taken into custody. Also, we've transferred personnel to the Key to secure the location until the United Colonies decides what they want to do with the station.
And what about Neva Mura?
According to our reports, Neva led the strike force that attacked the Vigilance. Unfortunately, that was the last we saw of her. It looks like she managed to escape. We don't know her current whereabouts, but I have our operations team looking into it.
That's fine. Overall, excellent news, Lieutenant. I have to admit, for the first time in 7 years, I don't know what to say. How about you? I know that was difficult. You hanging in there? I certainly would have preferred to have reached a resolution regarding her whereabouts. After all, she was the fleet's second in command.
Just watch her back. I'm fairly certain she's not going to simply forget what you've done to the Crimson Fleet.
Let's not ruin the moment, Julian. I'm sure our friend here is feeling quite pleased. You have no reason to feel guilty about anything.
No matter how close you were to the fleet, you have to remember that they're terrible people that did terrible things, and don't deserve your guilt.
I've twisted arms and cashed in some favors at Mast. I wanted to make sure you got a share of the money you recovered from the legacy. Call it a reward, a token of appreciation, whatever the hell you want. But you've Don't thank me yet. If it had been completely up to me, you'd get a lot more than they're giving you.
Now that you're rich and famous, maybe you'll still remember us little people, huh?
Decorum, Lieutenant? Damn, I'm going to be really sorry to see you go. You've really become an important part of our team. It won't be the same around here without you.
Although, if you feel like staying aboard, I'm sure I could give you access to the SysDef mission. That is, if you can stand spending another minute with us on Vigilance.
Excellent. I'm happy we haven't somehow frightened you away. Anyway, enough talk. You've earned a break, and I'm sure you wish to celebrate. Here, wherever you might find yourself, my best wishes travel with you.
It's good to have you back. What can I do for you? Anything new to report? Excellent. Let me have it, and I'll upload it to our database. It's amazing that all this romantic nonsense about Crix's legacy really just amounts to a rumor Jasper Crix picked up in jail. It just goes to show you how a tiny rumor can snowball into a full-blown fairy tale. Have any more? Are you kidding me? Dombrowski was already making a six-figure salary, and yet he couldn't resist starting an embezzlement scheme. It makes me sick. Ah, it's gonna be an absolute pleasure to throw his butt in prison. Anything else? Cost overruns, siphoning project funds? How deep does this well go? Our forensic accounting team is going to have their hands full. I'll send this to Mass right away. Let's just hope that a few rotten apples within the UC haven't spoiled the entire Find anything else? Benjamin Bayou, pride of the Freestar Collective. The authorities there have been trying to nail him for a long. Bringing us proof that he's been manipulating Generdyne from the shadows is pretty tasty stuff. The FC will pay dearly for this. That it? That's a hell of a story. I still can't believe Crix ended up being marooned on the Legacy. All that wealth, and the only thing he could do was stare at it. Can you imagine? I almost feel bad for him. Any other fragments? Understood. Keep searching and you're bound to find more. You're not gonna let this go, are you? Why do you care so much? You're right, I did. I suppose I'm hesitating because I'm not sure you'll like what I have to say. Would it shock you to learn that I spent some time in prison? Oh, does it now? Was I giving off some kind of ex-con sort of vibe? Well, give me a chance. I grew up in the well in New Atlantis. Parents made barely enough money to keep the lights on in our... After I dropped out of school, they begged for me to look for work. But I realized it was a lot easier to simply take whatever I wanted. A year after that, I'm a career criminal with UC security breathing down my neck, and my parents kicked... Hell no. I made enough money to buy my own apartment. Filled it with some decent stuff, too. I'd even send pictures of the place to my folks to rub it in. I was a real asshole. That's just it, though. I was having the time of my life. Earning way more than I needed to simply get by, and loving every minute of it. Back then, if you would have told me one day I'd be wearing this uniform, I'd have said you were out of your mind. Thanks. I'm quite proud of where... Let's just say the years after my time in the well were filled with highs. Look, the point is that I felt you deserved to know a bit about my past. You're welcome. Well, I think you've had enough for now. Let's get back to it before Keyboy writes us a citation. Mast will have the ultimate say, but we've petitioned to have it refurbished for SysDef use. But first, we'll need to perform an audit of the key's overall condition. Most of the repairs done to the station weren't... If the site is deemed not up to code, we're better off destroying it. That would also have... For now, we have a strike team dedicated to sweeping the area for explosives. Once they give the all clear, forensics will come in to gather evidence. After that's done, then we'll start the audit. That's right, since you're no longer undercover, you now have full access to our mission. I get that. Completing the mission while having to balance different allegiances can be exhausting. Now, your objective is simple. Find the fleet. To that end, if you're in need of anything ship-wise, talk to me. And I'll... No more bartering for scraps at the depot. You'll have full access to the best the UC has to offer. Certainly. I'll be here if you have any more questions.